Hey guys, I know this might be a little bit over the top. I've got like this whole studio set up that I'm a videographer. If you guys didn't know, I am a photographer. So, and I do like this kind of stuff for my full-time job all the time. So it's not that hard for me to like just hop on here. It's connected to my computer. This whole thing I can like share my screen really easily. So it's not a problem at all. But I just wanted to kind of just help you guys out because I know I was really struggling with sales, and I've kind of just been spending a lot of time in and learning it. So I just wanted to save maybe you guys a lot of time, help you guys get through this whole thing with as little pain as possible and and a lot less time than I spent on it. So I know if I were in those shoes and somebody went through it all, I would appreciate them showing me if they had any spare moments. My brain's kind of foggy. I already did this once, and I was like trying to figure things out while I was doing it. So I figured I'd just shoot it really quick. I want to make this video really concise, really precise, and get you guys to where you need to go. I've come off like 5 shoots over the past like weekend. So like from Thursday to Saturday, I've had 5 shoots. So it was 2 shoots some days, and each of them were like a couple hours long. So I'm pretty toasted. So, but I know I told some people I would get this video done like 2 days ago. So I'm just really trying to get this out. I know that there are some questions that some people had for me in terms of sales. So I just wanted to make a video of kind of like everything I know for automations and the workflow section of sales. Because you could talk for hours about this whole platform. There's so much going on. And yeah, I'm still learning a lot of it as well. I'm by no means an expert. I mean, Jai has a whole video on it where he goes over this Instagram stuff. Go watch that if you guys got questions there. I mean, I attended that, so I learned a lot there. Yeah, I'm going to be really concise and I want to get right to it. So let's get going. So here is like, you want to create your funnel first. So whenever I do this stuff, workflow is actually one of the last things I do. So I create my like landing page. So, like, for example, I would go in here and, turkey trot. I mean, I can make a whole video on this as well. But I know there was one question on how to connect your domain. So I'm going to go over that real quick. Your domain to, like, your sales page, like this domain right here. So this is, like, my one of my, like, turkey trot funnels. So, like, what we offer is what I kind of called it in the last part there. So this other pages domain is kind of what I have connected to sales. So otherpages.modusweddings.com is what I have connected to sales. So this is like the base root domain, kind of in sales. But to set this up, I had to go through my DNS records and everything like that. So I'm gonna show you guys really quickly how to do that. But yeah, Jai had a whole video on editing the funnel, so watch that if you guys need questions on that. So you're gonna go over here and hit settings. I don't know. He probably has a video on this too, but I don't know. And then, so I already have this right here. This is my root one. So that's what I was talking about. And here's like you have this path URL or like this / Modus Weddings, but that's not the like / that's typically on there. So I think you just correct it in here. I think you just go in here and you like what we offer. I think you can edit this. Yeah. So that's how you update to what that step URL is. Okay. So like that's just like this / right? So what we offer. So you're going to go in through that to do any of those edits. And then, so if I go into settings though, to set up this right here, it's going to like be empty if you don't have everything already set in here. So like I already sent a video showing how to do this. So it's I made this test one that I entered in. And of course the video wasn't great. So I'm going to redo it here. And then, so I got my 2 right there, but I'm actually going to in here, connect 1. And then I'm just going to do test again because I'm not actually going to go through this whole step. Test.modus. I like to do you probably can do something else, but I think you want to do your website. Because I like to look like it's coming from my website, right? I'm going to do that. And then it's going to black this out. You just hit continue. And then it looks like it's setting up automatically, but mine did not work if it was setting up. Like it's retrieving. So maybe it was just setting this up right here. So then, see, this is all the information you have to enter into your DNS records. So you go into your DNS records in your website host, add record. This is WordPress, like the new WordPress, I guess. You're going to go in here, just hit CNAME. Just do that, trust me. And you see it's .modusweddings.com. So that's why I think you need that. So you have to type it out how you want it. And you're just basically going to enter exactly what it gives you here in sales. So like, this host, you're going to go copy that, go over here, paste this in host, and you're going to go to this alias of points to, and then that's this value right here. So it's the second one. I'm gonna go the add DNS record, and then it should be good. So then I think you can test it over here. Yeah, verified records. So mine should actually be good. So if I verify it, I think it'll be good. And then it goes through this whole thing. Because I've already set up the test one, like this exact same one, so I don't need to be entering it. Let me actually get out of my cancel. Okay. Okay, whatever. All right, I'm just going to cancel that because I know I have it set up right here. See right there. Okay, but that's how you set that up really quick. So I just wanted to go over that really quick because I did have a question on that. And then typically I like to just kind of go and set up my forms in here, build it, and then I like to go up into my opportunities, probably create an opportunity. You're going to want to do all this stuff, but typically before your automation steps, okay? Because the automation will be you can update your opportunities, but if you don't have it already set up, you can't update it. And then there's some stuff you have to do in contacts and calendars. Because contacts, I like to add the tags in, but let me just show you guys that real quick because I don't want to go back out. So yeah, you could go in, I don't know. I don't want to give away people's personal information. Let's see. North Dakota photographer. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, so then you can go in here, and then I like to do the tags right here. So I just enter my tags in right here. Okay. So yeah, you can create tags here too. So create whatever tags you want ahead of time. Oh, cool. You can add them in automations. I didn't notice that. You can also, looks like you can change the opportunities. Wow, that's cool. Okay. You can do a lot in this, that I didn't even see. So you're going to here, and then I think if you just start typing the tag test. Yep. So then you can just add it with the plus sign. I should add a test tag. But yeah, so I do that with typically I just do it with my email, and then so I'm not tagging somebody. And then I'm gonna go into automation from after I get all that stuff set up, how I want it. Calendars get kind of complicated. Again, the whole video on that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I can help out with that. Maybe. I'm not very good at some of this stuff, but yeah. So I had one going here. So you have multiple pages too. So make sure you go through those. What is today's date? The 6th? No, the 8th. Example. There we go. Okay. I had a bunch of them because I've been messing around a lot, okay? So this is the one I set up when I was really struggling over there. So I'm just going to go breeze through it really quick, show you guys how this workflow works, and I'm going to go over just some questions I got in. So I had one question was how do you get it so when they comment on Instagram that you get, you send them a DM and all that. So I feel like I should rebuild this whole thing and show you guys. I'm just gonna rebuild this whole thing. Okay. So, let's do example. Let's just do example 2. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna rebuild this whole thing just because I think it's gonna be a lot. I like to work through things and see people work through things. So you can create from scratch, select a recipe. The recipes, I don't like them. I didn't like them very much. So I just kind of do my own thing. So first thing I always try to do is I just name this because I've definitely got confused. That name is not easy to find, right? So example. Oops, I already have an example. So I'd do example 2. So yeah, and then just make sure you hit save constantly. That's what I keep doing. And then I go and add trigger. So let's say they comment on your Instagram post and you want to have a direct reply, send them a DM that then I'm trying to remember this message. They send them a DM and then it sends them to a link to their form hey, how's it going? Here's a link to enter into this engagement giveaway or whatever, right? So you're going to go add trigger and trigger is what's going to happen initially. So Instagram comments on a post. So we're going to do that one. Wow. So comment on a post. You can rename this just to whatever you want. Comments, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through it all. You can do exact match. Contains a phrase. I don't know, engaged. Okay. And then you can add more filters. Page is Modus Weddings. You probably do want to put the page because I don't know if it would work without the page. Post type is, I don't know, published. Again, you want to test all this. This is stuff that gets me confused. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then you have like all your posts here too, so you can like really narrow it down to one post. Cause like, let's say they're like, oh, I like you're engaged. Or we just got engaged, blah, blah, blah. And like, that wasn't the one that you wanted to focus on. Make sure the post is, you know, so you have all your conditions here and filters. You can save that. Let's get rid of that. Save that. Cool. So now they're going to enter in, right? And the first thing I like to do is I add this wait. Okay. Because if you have it active, and you have to switch it over to publish to activate it. Okay. So there's like draft and publish. Make sure you publish that because the workflow does not work. So I almost just switch that right away. I mean, I guess you don't have to if you don't want people coming through to make sure. But I always this is what I do to make sure that if I ever have anybody come in or if I'm testing it, I like to see if I come through the funnel and then I hit this wait and I know that I still in the funnel. I'm like, okay, cool. I made it through the funnel. Because you just make it through the funnel without the wait, then you're just out. It goes in and then out. So this is a good way for testing reasons. And then I can go in and I can delete that. And I can go and delete my contact and delete my email and my opportunity. So I just go through, I test it once, and then I'm like, okay, cool, that didn't work, or that worked, or didn't work. And then I go through and I delete the contact, the opportunity, any stuff like in here, I go in through here and I delete that as well. So I just kind of delete my test one after I'm like, okay, I tested it. I'm going to go through and test it again. And I go, it's a lot of trial and error. And it took me a lot of time to figure all this stuff out. So I always add that wait in. Okay. So now let's say they commented on that. So then you're going to send them an Instagram DM. So you just go, if you just start typing in like Instagram, see, it's going to pull up your options here. And then we got Instagram DM. You can blah, blah, blah. You can select template if you have a template. You can add attachments, but like, yeah, you guys can get it. You guys figure it out. So yeah. Okay. So it sends them an Instagram DM, sends them to, let's say, like you put the link to your form right here. Okay. So now they have the link directly in their DMs. So they can just visit that. You're going to go in through here now, and we're going to, let's see. Oh, when I do this too, so when I have the trigger, I like to add a tag. So I like to tag all my contacts. That's why I was saying create that tag before, and then we're just going to tag them, and they come in on engaged. So now that if I ever have to search the contact, I have that tag in all the contacts, so I can keep track of all that. And then I'm also going to update opportunity. So there's an update. Oh, not contact field. I guess you could update contact field if you wanted to. Right. Oh, just type in opportunity. Sometimes when I type in update, it doesn't bring it up for some reason. Okay, so then you're going to select your pipeline. I don't know, this one. Lead. I don't know. I'm just going through. You create your, whatever you want them in the pipeline. So this is going to put them wherever you want in the opportunity. I'm going to allow duplicate and all that. You guys can figure that out. You can just look at that. And save. So now they're going to enter in. It's going to update them in the opportunity fields, which shows that little pipeline guy right at the pipeline. And then it's going to tag them as well and send them an Instagram DM. And then they're going to wait. So the wait keeps them from going through any further. Okay. So that's kind of important because I'm going to show you the next part. So now I had somebody ask me. So let's say you wanted them once they filled out the form. Okay. So that's the next trigger. So the next trigger. So if you just go back up to the very top where it says add new trigger form, but isn't going to send them through. Yeah. Give me one sec. I'll show you guys. So form and then add filters. Make sure you add that. Form is select, I don't know, this one. And then, so now when they fill out this form, they hit submit, it's going to put them back into the pipeline. So if you have them, you probably want to remove the wait here, but give me one sec. I'll show you that in a sec. So then what I do to separate them now is if you go into type in if, so if else, and then this is going to bring up this confused the living daylights out of me for the longest time. It took me way too long. But hopefully this helps you guys get through this. So let's see. So what I'm going to do here is it's going to be based on if they already have a tag. Okay. So you can do a lot of different things with this, and there's a lot of options, but I'm going to go tag. Okay. So, Okay, so I'm going to do this one here, and then you're going to go scroll down. There should be a tag option. Yep, tags. Cool. So tag includes, or you can do doesn't include, whatever you want. Let's just say Facebook ad lead, okay? So it has that. So if they have that, it's going to create, right now there's going to be two branches. There's going to be this branch and a none branch, okay? So you're going to see that one in a sec here. So I'm actually going to rename this has tag, okay? So then if it has the tag, so if it includes the tag, it's going to send them, let's say does not include Facebook ad lead. So if the tags, in the tag section of the context does not have Facebook ad lead in it, then it will go this way, and then these are has tag. Okay, so now that I've tagged it, so now I can create these two separate branches. Really cool, right? So that was another benefit to creating that tag. So now I have these two separate branches, and now they're branching out. So now I don't want this wait here because then they're never going to go through the funnel fully. So I'm actually going to. One really cool thing that took me way too long to figure out is I can go in here, those little dots, this, move action. I can just, and you're just going to click on where you want to move it. So now I have it, so when they go through here, they're going to hold up. So now they'll go through this completely. I'll send them the Instagram DM. You can even maybe update the opportunity down here if you wanted to. And there's another really cool thing I'll show you a little bit later where you could put another weight in here and be like, if they didn't take this action, then do this and this and this. And okay, but that's somebody else had another question, so I'll answer that with that question. So now they've gone through the thing, so you want to have them submit the form, right? So you want to, so now they've submitted the form. So now you can update opportunity, add another tag, the whole thing. So update. Oh yeah, remember opportunity. You got to type in opportunity for some. Drives me crazy. I don't know, onboarding. This one. Cool. So now you update the opportunity. You can add another tag if you want, which I like to do. Oops, I already did that one. Let's do that one. Okay, now add another tag. So see how this is starts to get really repetitive. Probably just have more than less. So let's see. What I gotta think about the process they're going through. Again, my brain is scrambled. So they're coming in. They submitted the form. So now you can send them an email, right? So you want to go in emails or even a text messages. You got to set the phone number for that. So now you can do this email. You can select from templates, booking confirmation. This is one of Jai's stuff. Booking confirmation. You can do the test email down here, but again, I run through the funnel myself because I like to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. You can do it from your name, blah, 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 email. I couldn't figure out how to get the email set up. There's a lot more DNS settings I tried to enter all those and it didn't work. I didn't want to mess up my website stuff. So I'm figuring it out. Again, I'm still learning. But yeah, then you have the email and then, so it sends them out an email. And then I had a question where it's okay, so if you created a workflow and it sends them the initial email once they inquire, so you could do they've inquired, they fill out this form, and then you say you add the create opportunity or update opportunity, add tag, and then you send them this welcome email, right? Let's say they just don't reply or so what you can do is you can add another weight. So let's add another weight here. And this we can create a branch with this weight, okay? So let's say you want them, so they said 3 days, okay? So if you want to wait 3 days before you send out another email, but hey, I didn't hear back from you, but maybe the email got lost somewhere or something, right? So you can do that. You can do wait 3 days. Actually, don't wait for 3 days. You want to go into this wait for tag. This is one thing I struggled with for a little bit. Email event, okay? So then we're going to go email, wait for open, okay? Just trust me on this. And then it will time out after 3 days and it'll just send them through, okay? I guess you can unclick that. Okay, yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, so now this will create a branch here. So now you add that wait in, now it waits and it email event. So again, now we have 2 branches. I probably add another wait, add that 10 days thing just in case I don't want them to go all the way through the pipeline. If you want them to go all the way through the pipeline, then don't add the wait like I did over here. So now they'll go through, it'll email them like, hey, I haven't heard back from you. Or let's say, or this is like, hey, I haven't heard back from you. None of the timed out right here. What will happen if the email is opened? So, I mean, I guess that's not a great example. We probably can do opened. I guess you might be able to do replied or something in here. Like if they replied to the email, then it would just put them through another thing. But I would actually probably just maybe keep it on wait, and then you can update the opportunity manually, or have it like notify you. So you can actually add notifications. Let me show you that too. So you can be like, and this will like, what the? Notify. Send internal notification. So it says internal, but you can email yourself. And I've done this now. So now it tells me. So I got like somebody submitted my form a couple days ago and it told me. So I was like, oh, and I replied back to them. So now, because you probably want to, like Jai says, you want to probably reply back manually and have a personalized email if they replied to you. Because they're probably asking a bunch of questions now. And they're probably, like, you probably don't want to have it automated message coming to them, right? So then you can do that. And then like if they don't, then you can have an automated email that sends out. So like now I can send another email through here, right? So I didn't add those steps because I don't want to go through the whole process. So now like that's how you can create separate branches, and if, like based on if they don't reply or if they reply or not. So that was a question I got asked. And Jai had the whole thing on the Instagram thing, by the way. Like he made a whole video on it. This is just like a speed session. Reaches out, workflow starts, sending initial email. So I showed you how to send the initial email. Then if they don't respond, it triggers a follow-up email after 3 days. Yep, I showed you that. So that's the wait thing. Would you set all these up in the same workflow? So yeah, I just set up all that up in the same workflow. So, and then you can also like, I don't know if I've already mentioned this or not, but you can like update and change workflows if you want. So you can like, if they go through this branch, then they go and you can push them into another workflow. So like just go through and read some of these, like remove from workflow. So I can remove them from this workflow. Like I keep the wait there and then I could just remove them if, you can do all workflows. That's cool. But yeah, there's like a lot you can do, like that notification. You can send yourself notifications. So like all this kind of stuff, you can send them to the AI bot. Yeah, there's a lot you can do right there. And these are all split up. So like the purple's like what I live in for setting up stuff. You have like go-to, so you can like send them back to another step in the automation. So if I want to, I don't know, send them the same email. I don't know, like you can do like a go-to action name. I don't know. You can basically send them back to wherever you want them. So like if you had a branch like this and one branch, you're like, okay, send them back to the workflow and send them back to the workflow. I don't know. Like maybe they didn't get my email, or maybe they're not reading my emails or something. Like, hey, like one of the conditions like did not open email, right? Or opened email, right? But if they didn't open it, then it's going to send them back through, and it'll just send them another email. Like you can send them back to the email step, right? But yeah, I live in this section right here. And there's like math operators. I have not even dove into that. You can add them to another workflow. Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot right there. So you can play around with all that. Again, I'm pretty new to this still. I just want to make a quick video to kind of show you guys what I've learned so far, kind of help you guys out. So, and then just make sure it's saved. So now we have this whole workflow, and it'll even hold them and wait here. I haven't found a better way to do this yet. Hope there might be a better way. I'd love to hear it. And if you guys got any tips from me, I would really appreciate it. And just make sure like you publish this when you're done, right? So hit publish, and then I think you have to hit save again, and then you can exit out. So if you don't publish it, it won't work. It won't do the workflow deal. But yeah, that's like how I would just kind of set up some workflows. If you guys got any more questions, you can just DM me or whatever. But yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out, because I would definitely would have appreciated this myself. It would have been awesome. But I think I've gotten a grasp on it, and it gets a lot easier. once you figure it out. It's like this video, I mean, it's pretty long, but it wasn't like it wasn't taking me hours to do this whole thing, because like I understand it now and I have this understanding. But again, it might take you a bit longer because I probably want to test this, and I bet you there's something I did wrong in here that I wouldn't be able to go all the way through the funnel. So just make sure that you test it, go through. This is just a general overview. But yeah, so hopefully that helps you guys out. I don't know what else to say. So cool.